Hey Architect Nation, Enoch Sears here, and I'm down in Huntington Beach, California. As you can see, it's a little bit overcast today. I wanted to give you a quick update on what I've been up to. So I'm down here at a conference put on by a guy named Garrett J. White. Now Garrett is an entrepreneur, businessman that helps married businessmen and also women be able to unlock the power in their body, in their being, in their business, and in their body, being, business, and balance, right? So he has 4 core areas that he focuses on helping people achieve the higher level of just expression and fulfillment in those 4 areas, and specifically around this conversation area of business. So I was out, I want to share an insight I had with you. I was out this morning, I got up early, went surfing, got tumbled a couple times, caught a couple waves, and when you're surfing, there's this moment when the wave's approaching you. And as the wave is approaching you, you have to fully commit to that wave. Because if you don't fully commit to the wave, then what happens is the wave breaks underneath you and it basically creates this large waterfall, and you get sucked over the top and you get tumbled and you just get absolutely crushed and you're holding your breath for seems like forever, right? So this is called going over the falls. And one thing that Garrett talks about that I know we're going to be touching on this conference is harnessing the power of our human emotions, of the human experience. Now, before you turn away and say, okay, Enoch, this is some new age foo-foo, what are you talking about here, emotions and stuff, I would like you to consider this. So as we're going through the game of business, especially as entrepreneurs, as business owners, as firm owners, it's a challenging game, meaning there's a lot of challenge, there's a lot of disappointments, there's a lot of setbacks, there's a lot of moving plates we need to handle. And as a result of being a business person, sometimes the cash flow isn't where we'd like it to be. Sometimes we face rejection. We don't win the kind of projects we want. Things just don't go our way. And so what happens is we have this dip in our emotions, right? We tend to get frustrated, we get disappointed, we get stressed out. And so there's 2 ways that people can handle this, right? You can there's 3 ways actually. There's number 1, you can self-medicate by doing drugs, drinking alcohol, going and just burying yourself in front of the TV. If you're a guy, watching porn. If you're a woman, I don't know what you do, right? So this is like sort of self-medication. Number 2 is you can sedate, right? So sedate is basically look at the situation and say, well, you know what? There's nothing I can do about this. I really don't care about this. I'm just going to take those emotions, that frustration I'm feeling inside, and I'm just going to stuff those deep down inside. That's option number 2. And this is the approach that I've taken over my entire life, is looking at disappointment, looking at setback, looking at things that aren't working out for me and just saying, you know what? I'm just going to stuff that emotion and just not face that and just kind of bury that deep down inside, right? Which is okay for the moment, because what happens is you kind of get this even plane of emotion, but then you can't experience any real highs and you never experience any real lows, right? So the question is, are you really living? Are you really living? Now, the 3rd way to handle this is the way that Garrett teaches, which is to fully explore those emotions, to investigate where those emotions come from, let them out, be honest about them, be raw about them, be real about them, and then explore the stories that are causing those emotions to happen. So it's simply a matter of investigating, why am I feeling this emotion? Okay, let this emotion out. Who am I judging in my life, whether it's myself or someone around me, the situation? What's the story that I have about this situation? Okay, so going back to the conversation and the example of the waves, it's sort of like catching a wave, right? This idea of emotion in business, because emotions can either empower us or they can shut us down. They can either help us unlock limitless possibility and incredible things in our life, or they can keep us static and keep us from really living and playing a bigger game, right? So it's just like catching the wave, right? If those emotions are coming, the stress is coming, and you just don't want to face that, you don't want to handle it, you self-medicate, you sedate, then what you're doing is you're backing off on that wave. You're backing off on that wave. You're not fully committing to it. However, on the other hand, if you learn how to harness those emotions, and I haven't mastered this yet, but this is a skill I'm trying to practice, if you let those emotions reveal to you the truth of your situation, the truth of what's happening in your business. Let me give you one example. Say you're looking at the cash flow and the cash flow isn't where you'd like it to be. Or say, let's take an easier example. Say there's a really big, fun, exciting project you'd love to work on, and you lose the project to another firm that's cheaper or some other reason like that. Maybe it happens once, twice, and 3 times, and you're starting to get extremely frustrated, right? So the 2 options are just carry that stress around, let it out through self-medication, or sedate and say, well, I can't really do anything about this. Let's just keep on trudging along. Okay, the 3rd way is to say, okay, look at this situation and say, okay, why exactly am I losing these? I'm freaking pissed off. This is pissing me off. I'm going to let this anger, I'm going to let this frustration out, and I'm going to channel this anger and this frustration into figuring out the solution to this problem. And that is when we catch the wave. That is when we commit. That is when we start paddling. That wave of emotion picks us up and we're able to find a solution. We're able to surf that wave and we're able to take that wave to give us a solution to our problem. This is how, as an entrepreneur, you climb from this level to this level and then up to this level. So what I would have you consider today is, where in your life, either in your being, your body, your balance, or your business, are you facing the challenges with sedation, which saying, I don't care, there's nothing I can do about it, this is just the way life is? Or are you facing it with self-medication? Are you just distracting yourself with TV, with alcohol, with drugs, with some other form of addiction? And what can you do in your life to take a step back, to harness, unleash that emotion, and figure out exactly what is triggering that, and what could be some potential solutions to solving that? Let me know if you're hearing me on this. Drop a comment right below this video. Let me know what you think about this concept. How do you deal with setbacks in your business? Do you use emotion as a powerful motivator to help you get results, to help you move forward, to help you get energized, to help you have energy and vitality in your life? Let me know. And as always, go out there, conquer the world. It's a big world out there. We need more architects doing fantastic design so people can come to incredible hotels like this and enjoy the cool architecture and the beautiful nature. All right? As always, carpe diem, and we'll speak soon. Bye for now.